Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Antimatter Chemistry. In the last episode, we set up this majestic room, and everything has finished in between episodes. We did set it to 10,000, so let's see if we can go 1 by 1 or 2 by 2 possibly, and increase everything to 100,000, so we can eventually have all of those on stock. So let's say we start with yellow and we increase the scandium to 100,000 and also the chromium. So all of yellow finishes. So basically it's going to start crafting a whole bunch of antimatters. And if we head on back inside, we should see the machine doing its work and processing all of that, which is going to drain our antimatter from here. We have backed up on 393,000 white antimatter because as a dum-dum I am, I forgot to increase the slime here in the drawer. I didn't have any upgrades inside, and we had 2,000 slime only possible to be stored in here. So the spawner was running for a couple of days, I think, or at least one day overnight. And it was just processing all of the mobs and getting all of the loot crates, which is fine. We got probably a few storage upgrades. I don't know why we're not getting any more of these. I would have thought we would have gotten those. We might only get the basic loot crates from the slimes though. So anyway, that was a thing that happened. And in here was a really cool suggestion. I don't know why I'm flying. We have teleporty things. It was a really cool suggestion. We can do something like this. Oh, I'm removing things that I shouldn't be removing. We're gonna do that on top. And then we can grab the black antimatter and bring it all the way like so. And we're gonna put a black cover on top there. And what we can do is possibly even bring it down to here. And then let's say we do the brown one here on this side. Bam, bam, bam. We can bring it kind of like together. And we could even use chisel and bits and do like half blocks with like a strip of white on top. That could be really cool. And I'm thinking we can do some sort of other block in betwixt all of these, because we do have the white one here, which is kind of never going to really run, but we are going to have the white antimatter coming down here. So we can find possibly another block that we can use that is going to be just basic, and use that in betwixt all of these. Well, I think this is looking pretty cool. I decided to go with pillar quartz for the middle, and it works out really great because you can kind of combine it on the diagonal with chisel and bits, and I just went one bit over on the left side on all of these, so you can't really see it from far away. It doesn't really show up, but that is looking really cool. I still have to do the top. It is still looking very ugly. I don't know if I can just flip this upside down. I might be able to with this. Can I do... Because you can do replace additive placement. I can rotate clockwise, rotate Z. I mean, I might be able to. Let's turn it on placement and let's see if we do rotate X. Ooh, it's upside down now. And if we do replace, you're here, right? So all we need to do is rotate like this. Oh, no. I rotated. Okay, so that's rotating X, rotated Z. Haha. Okay, it's doable. It is doable. I don't know if I'm gonna have to do the whole rotating thing every time. Pretty much so, looks like it. Okay, so it's not gonna be too difficult, but at least I can get it done much, much quicker than doing all of that by hand again. Also, I only have to flip it upside down, and then I can just rotate myself to place it properly, so it's gonna take even less time than I thought. And there we go. That took only a minute or so, and the roof is now also complete, and it makes this room look really, really cool. I like the lamp in the middle. It gives a little bit of light. I'm not liking that, but that is only a lighting glitch. If I want it to look pretty, all I have to do is turn this off, and it looks very much brighter, but also a little bit weird. So we're just gonna turn off, or turn up that. We're gonna turn this back to maximum, so it is gonna look a little bit weird, but I think it's fine. Now that we have pink slime, we can tackle 2 of our generators. Well, 1.5 to be precise. So we're gonna add an exporter here for pink slime. We're gonna give you a storage downgrade, and then we're gonna also lock and quantify. And I think I have to go add the XNet connection. Yep, so we need a connector, which I have recipes for. Can I make 64? Oh, magical. Thank you, autocrafting. So that, and also a little bit of cable, which I think I have. There we go. So we can add that down here, and also the connector on top, and that over here. And I'll hook it up to the system. So we provide this guy with pink slime. Also going to turn it to redstone mode on. And the next one that we can also do is the slimy generator, but we need to create milk buckets. And I believe as far as cows go, I don't know if the cow trophy provides milk, but I don't think we can even get that. So what I think we're going to have to do is, I believe there is a rancher thing, animal rancher. Yeah, we're going to use one of these guys. Do we have everything? I think it's easy enough to do. 2 shears and one of you. And there. And since we only need milk for this, I think we're just going to set up the cow like underneath the floor here somewhere, and we can hook it up to the refined storage system with an external storage bus. And then we need to hook it up somehow to this. So we need probably a tank somewhere in the back here that is going to have milk, and we can then provide it to the slimy generator via a fluid channel. I think that would work nice. If we just throw in a milk bucket, it's going to leave an empty bucket behind. And what we basically need to do is get rid of that. So we're going to put it in this drawer right here with this connector. And then the empty bucket is going to go back into the fluid transposer. It's going to get extracted out into here and filled up as well. So the animal rancher is just back here, and we're transferring the fluids with just a flat transfer node. I could be possibly using an item duct somewhere on the bottom and rerouting the cable, but it doesn't need to be that fast. It's going to use up a bucket, and then it's going to burn for what 1 minute or so, I think, 24 seconds, which is plenty of time for what we need, because we're going to be extracting power very, very slowly out of that anyway, so it should be fine. So basically, this is going to work and be sufficient, and I'm actually going to take this, since we don't need to have it down there, we're going to put it right here so it's hooked up. And now let's go hook up all of this. So let me just actually rename, you are probably not named anything. Let's do milk. And here we're going to do empty bucket. Okay, so we can know which one is which. And down here, what we're going to do is we're just going to set this up on a separate channel, because I don't want things interfering. I don't think it would be an issue if we did it on a different channel, but it doesn't matter. So this is the milk bucket, milk drawer. So we're going to, yeah, I think this is the milk drawer. That's the south. Hold on, because we have 2 connections here. So you are north connection and you are the south connection. So we need to put in... we need to put in milk buckets over there. So what we're actually going to do, do I want to put this into storage? I don't think we need to put this into storage. So what I'm actually just going to do, we're going to place, hold on. I'm going to place 1 milk bucket in here. I mean, let's keep us, hello? Can you even accept more than 1 milk bucket? Oh yeah, I put the, yeah, so you only accept 1 bucket. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's all fine. So that's just going to be a visual milk bucket. You don't need to know that everything else is happening here in the background. Okay, so I need also an empty bucket, which I do have here. So what we're gonna do is on the slimy generator, wherever that guy is, right here, we're gonna set up, first of all, this doesn't need to be a thing. So on the slimy generator, we're gonna set up an insert for milk buckets. And then we're gonna set up an extract. I mean, you know what? I'm changing my mind a whole lot. We don't need to do it on a different channel. We have filters, so we're just gonna do this. And then on the bottom here, this is the milk one, and this is the empty bucket one. Okay, so we need, oh yeah, we are gonna need a separate channel. Okay, for the extraction of the bucket. So that's cool. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna create an extract of a single every 5 ticks. So you should be now having milk buckets unless you have a bucket. So over here, we're gonna set up an item channel. We're gonna extract empty buckets, and we're gonna insert them into this drawer. So you should now have a full milk bucket. No. I said extract buckets. Out of that is the pink generator. out of Slimy Generator. So you extracted the empty bucket, and you did not extract a bucket for milk. Why did you not do that? Milk. So that's the 1 by 2, which is extracting the slime, which is fine. And then we need milk. Hello, milk. Extract single. Oh, did I not filter? I did filter the. Why are you not getting milk bucket? I figured out what the issue was. Inside of here, I set up an insert on the Slimy Generator to keep 64 items in the destination inventory, which meant that when we had 64 slime, nothing else could go in there. So if I extracted a slime or half a stack of slime, the milk went in. So I just removed that. I was thinking the pink slime could go into this slot as well, but it is smart enough to know that only milk can go in this slot, so we don't need that. So I have also marked the Slimy Generator as complete and also the pink generator. And I think the next ones that we can easily automate are the magmatic and the heated redstone, which both require lava. And I think we can move all of our tanks that we have right in here into our machines room, because we're going to be producing different types of liquids in there. And we can just store all of them in black hole tanks, which are kind of a nice full block. So we're going to basically grab all of these 3, and I'm just going to grab all of these external storages like so. And we're going to also grab all of these ender tanks from down here, and also the importers, which aren't needed here anymore. I'll change those later because it's currently hooked up to the detectors. Well, actually, you know what? We can do that and that. And I don't have inventory space. Hold on. I can get rid of so many things. Hold on. Better. Okay, so in here we can do this, and then we can remove this, and we also need a separate cable, just so we can hook this up. Like, I mean, it is hooked up to that. I don't know if that transfers power. We're gonna do that just to be safe. Okay, so that is all hooked up, and if we head on over to our machines room, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put, let's say, the black hole tank. We're gonna put it opposite of this, or want to have liquid? Now we're gonna have liquids on the other side. So we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do the pink, that, and then the lava, and then the water. And what we can do is we can do an infinite water source for the water, and we can do ender tanks for the rest, and also magma crucible over here for the lava, which eventually will be a lava fabricator. I think I currently have an aqueous accumulator set up in the machines that I have in the basement kind of area place. So that is gonna wait. So you're the brown one, and you're this one. And for the water source that I'm talking about, it's one of these from Nuclear Craft, which produce just water constantly. So we don't need to have the ender tank here flipped. Plus we have this guy filled up with water to the brim, so that's all good. Right, so where did I put the external storages for these? Oh, I put the drawer controller right here. So we need to put a drawer controller somewhere for the drawer. Yeah, okay, we're gonna do this. We're just gonna break all of this, and we're gonna put external storages down on the bottom. Bam, 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 bam. And I have to set all of those for fluids, and possibly, I need to filter them. Yeah, I need to filter them, because if we run out of a resource, it can put in another liquid, which will then break the system. One little problem with having ender tanks right next to one another, if I open up this one, it starts filling up the pink one because the pink one is empty, which means that we're gonna separate these by having fluid ducts in the back here, or actually just here on the top. We're gonna have something like this, and then we're just gonna separate all of these, and we're gonna put the ender tank in the back here. For this is your orange, so your green, you need to go here, here. I wonder if this will output automatically. I don't think so, but we'll see. So the brown one can go right here. And then we need the pink one, which currently has a bunch of water. So we're just going to do this, and then empty it out. This again means that we have them next to one another. So what we need to actually do is we need to not have them open. So hold on. Let's put the brown one there, the green one there, and then the pink one, which is empty, right here. And we don't need the lava or the water tank, so we're just going to toss those in the system. We're going to have a magma crucible right here, and you don't need to connect there. You don't need well, you need an input on top and then an output on the bottom. And on top, we're going to put an exporter, which I have right here. And we need to hook everything up with a bunch of cables. So let's grab another stack of those, please. Thank you. So I have, I believe, power coming right here for everything. Yeah, we can probably just run a cable straight like this because we're going to have exporters pretty much everywhere. So we can easily just get away with doing this and hooking everything up. I'm going to run the cable around to all of these as well eventually. But for the time being, it's just going to be like this. And currently a cable in the back there. There we go. Okay. So if we then grab a little bit of cobblestone, which I have right here, we can do an exporter here on cobblestone. And all I need then is my crystal binder. And we can then do one of these and one of these. So you should start producing lava. And I don't think you should be using cobblestone faster than we're exporting it. And the lava should be heading on out on the bottom. Here we can do a fluids whitelist, and then I need buckets of lava, and we can do something like that, and that will store all of the lava. Nice. It would also help if we hook this up to the system like so we can then actually see the fluids in here, and we can also see them in the fluid grid that we have down at the main base cube. So that is the lava portion, which means that we can now go over to the rainbow generator and we can basically export the lava into the heated redstone and also into the magmatic generator. I believe my tank of choice is the open blocks tank. And if we set this to fluids and export, we should have a full on lava cube kind of. And over here, I set up an export for redstone. And I don't think we're going to set up another tank over there for lava. I want to kind of have one item for all of these, or at least one drawer, I should say, for all of these, because I believe we have this guy, which is split into two, which is perfectly fine. So over here, we're going to set up basically the same thing in the back as we have for everything else. We're going to put a connector here, and then we're going to put some cabling up there. And I've already done that for the heated redstone generator. So in here, we can now grab the magmatic, and we're going to set up a fluid channel. We're going to set up an insert here, and then we need an extract on the tank, which is right here. So we can do that, and you should be now running. Okay, we're going to do redstone on, and the heated redstone, we're also going to do redstone on. So we can do basically the exact same thing for the heated redstone, wherever that one is. We can set up an insert like so, and you should now, where are you? Here you are, have lava. Cool. And the last thing that we need to do is on this one, we need to create an insert for redstone, and we then need an extract. Oh, this one is empty buckets. I didn't rename the other one, so let's go here. Just so I know, I want to be sure. It doesn't really matter, but let's do redstone. Bam. So that is this one, and we can then extract from here single every 5 ticks. There we go. Cool. So we have redstone or heated redstone and also the lava complete. So we can toss one of those and one of those on top. And now we're missing the potion, the disenchantment, and the nether star and the culinary. How are we on Bam's pizza? We have 10,000 Bam's pineapple pizza. I mean, we could control spawners on Bam's pineapple pizza because we get that from loot crates, right? I think we get it from these loot crates. These, yeah, we have a 2.22% chance of getting pizza. I mean, we could just grow wheat and make bread and use bread or something, or we could even put like beetroots or something that we would generate passively. mean, because it can burn any type of food. Couldn't put in golden apples. You know what? We're gonna put in fish because we're gonna use the fishing something fish. This guy, resources fisher. We're gonna use this guy for the disenchantment generator, so we can disenchant some. We use disenchanted bows. Yeah, because if you burn a book in here, it doesn't. If you burn a book, it doesn't give you the book back. So we would need to create a sugarcane farm and a leather or wood/string farm to run this with enchanted books. Yeah, I think the resource fisher is just going to be the best way to go about this. I was researching around the resource fisher and I stumbled upon a forum website that there are add-ons for fluid transfer or item transfer or I think power transfer as well and leaf shearing for another machine, and you can add efficiency. So what we can do is we can add this guy over to here and that will transfer 6,400 millibuckets every 10 ticks, and that way the milk transfer is faster than the transfer node, plus we don't have a transfer node anymore, which is lovely. So down here I set up the resource fisher and it's doing its thing and it is getting us some loot. So I am gonna try and transfer most of these things to drawers if we have space. I want to keep the name tags, why not? We can do the lily pads, we can do the bowls, and then I need probably another drawer. So we're gonna grab, do we have chest transporters? I think we do. Yeah, we're gonna grab one of you. And we're gonna grab, I think I have another drawer, yeah. So we're gonna just do bam. And then we're gonna set up this drawer and we're gonna lock it. And then I'm gonna put the chest down right here. And we can do another impulse item duct for the time being. And I can then rotate this guy to, so we can add the rotten flesh, also quantify it. And it is locked, and also the string, because that's all that we're getting from here. Cool. So basically it is getting us bows, it's getting enchanted books, and it's also getting leather boots that we can destroy pretty much, because we don't need the ones that are unenchanted. I think you can get enchanted ones from this. I also don't know if the fortune add-on increases your chances of getting books and stuff. I might try make one of those, or actually, you know what we're gonna do? A simple test, so we don't have to make another one, is to go to our spawners and just snag one from somewhere. This guy is the closest one, so we're gonna do that, and we're gonna go back to the rainbow generator. Boom. And where is disenchantment, potion, disenchant. Huzzah. Okay, can I add you in here? I cannot. Okay, so that doesn't work. Cool, noted. Right, so that does produce a lot of enchanted things, and I think I can just keep a chest here full of enchanted stuff, and we can then extract everything into the drawer here via XNet, probably. Yeah, if we want to hook it up to XNet, we need to have this drawer hooked up. So what I might do, actually, is I'm going to put an ender chest here. And we're going to ender chest things down here into everything. So we can have basically a chest in the back here. And we're just going to toss in something that is going to just be visually in the drawer, just to be seen. Possibly an enchanted book, because that is a simple thing that designates enchanting. So we're going to do this. We're going to do a quantify and a lock. There we go. So that's just going to be there for visual purposes. And basically this chest is going to go over here where it's going to be hooked up to XNet, and we can just extract anything that is enchanted into the enchantment or the disenchantment generator. And I think that should be fine. All right, we have an ender chest down here, and this guy is still providing us with all of the resources from the fishing. So the ender chest then is extracted out of and goes into either this chest or this drawer stack on top, which also has an external storage on the bottom with priority of -9. So it means that if we start producing, I think, bones from the wither skeleton spawner, it's gonna go in here last, basically. And I also need another void upgrade. Because I added one more spawner, so we need that over there. And I don't think I'm gonna toss any upgrades. We don't need more than 2,000 fish of each variety in here. Maybe for the other things we could upgrade it so we get leather on stock. maybe water bottles, but water bottles we're gonna use in a different way in here anyway. So basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna add another step here for the sorting of the things. So the chest is gonna go right up here, I think. And in here, we're gonna get this guy, which is stored with power possibly from here. Yeah, okay, so this guy is running. It is using 10 RF per tick, so it's fine. So every time we get an enchanted item, let's say we grab a bunch of this stuff, we toss it in here, and we can sort out enchanted items from disenchanted items. So on the bottom slot, which is this yellow one, we get no enchanted items. So you guys are gonna be extracted out of. We can use those add-ons that we just learned about because we don't need any upgrades in here. So we're gonna need a transfer. We need to basically do pushing. Yeah, because we need to push into the trash can and push into the chest. So basically we just need push add-ons. So we can do this guy with magenta dye, which I don't have. Nope. Give me regular magenta dye, please. Thank you. I don't have pink. So many things I don't have. We can do that. Okay, cool. Magenta dye. Boom. Make me 2 of these. Because we need to pull from this side, which is west, and also from the top side, which is up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna say right side can be that, and then top side can be this, right? So if I add this in here, I should say, oh, you can only have 1 of these. Okay, so we can do that on the up direction. So that's gonna automatically push out to the top. Okay, cool. And on the bottom, we're just gonna extract here with a servo and a duct, which I do have right here. Or we could just use a transfer node, but that should extract all of the other ones. Yeah, cool. So I'm gonna just I'm gonna grab everything from here, toss it through so it gets sorted. And then we should have, in the end, a double chest full of enchanted random items. I hooked up the diamond chest over here to the XNet network so we can do an extract on that. And we can then insert into the disenchantment generator like so. So we should be seeing an enchanted something heading in here. If we turn this to always on, for example, that burned through that, but it's going to burn for 8 minutes and 6.5 seconds. So that supply of disenchanted or enchanted items. Oh, hello. Whoops. So I set it to insert for a second. Hello, milk. Okay, that's a mess I need to fix. I have made the fluid infuser so we can use an empty frame and 2 water buckets to get an infinite water source. And if you do that 8 times, you can get yourself a compact infinite water source. And if you do that 64 times, you get the dense infinite water source, which produces 64 millibuckets or 640 millibuckets of water per tick. This does 80, which is perfectly fine for the time being. And if we head on over to our machines machines cube, we can put this here and that should output water directly into this tank. Also, lava's been doing very well. We have 800 buckets of this. And I also decided to add some covers on this middle bit. So it's looking kind of nice and designating the color of the fluid that we're getting. So what we can do now is we can basically head on to the rainbow generator room and we can automate this potion generator with water bottles. And let's just conduct a test. Does this leave a bottle behind? It does. Okay, so we need kind of the same system that we did for the buckets. We are gonna have a fluid transposer right here. And then we need, do we wanna just keep 1 water bottle in there or do we wanna keep all the water bottles in there? I could transfer them out by here with a duct and then we can connector them over here. And we also need another drawer for empty bottles here. Yeah, that's going to be hooked up like this. I mean, what we could potentially do is just, yeah, let's do it the same way we did before. So we're going to do this here. We're going to do the fluid transposer right here. We need a power cell or something to transfer power. I mean, we could do you know what we can do? Do we have enough stuff to make another one of these? Yeah. Okay. So we can put this guy, hello hole. We can put this guy right here. And then I can grab my crystal binder and we can do this and this and also this. And I could provide power to everything, so we wouldn't really need the wireless thingies anymore. Actually, for the ones that don't use a lot, we're just going to use that because this emits particles, and I don't know if I can get rid of said particles via settings. I'm going to have to check for that, but this guy does require water, so we need an exporter right down here. And I have the water bucket, so we can do this, fluids. And if we do an input on the bottom, you should be getting, on the bottom I said, you should be getting water. For the power, we need to hook this guy up to the one down at the base. There we go, this guy is now getting power. And we're gonna output here on the right, and we're gonna have an input on the top. And what we can do is we can grab a bunch of bottles here, just like a couple of stacks should be plenty, I think. And then we're going to also grab our keys just so we can get this sorted out. So we're going to do that and then lock this and quantify this. And you can just keep all the water bottles. We then need another servo. Like so. And some ducts of the impulse variety. And we're going to do this and then this and extract like so. So you can then fill up water bottles extremely quickly, hopefully. We can then hook this, hello, let me fly, hook this up, and this is going to be empty bottles, and you are going to be water bottles, like so. Do we want to just, yeah, we're going to have this guy as a display thing anyway, because it doesn't need to be the one that we extract out of. So that should be fine like that. Okay, boom, boom, boom. And we can then set this up in here. So let's find the potions generator. You need a, yeah, we're going to set up an extract on this one for the empty bottles, but you need an insert. And I should probably grab at least one of these and one of these. So we can do potion generator. We're going to have water bottles. And then we need an extract on this guy. Oh, those are both water bottles. Let's extract them both. It doesn't matter really. Because we can, yeah, we could figure it out. Yeah, it's fine. We can extract them both. We're just going to have 0 water bottles in there. So this one is the empty bottles. You need to be an insert. And then we need to extract the bottles out of the generator. So potion generator here, we're going to extract single every 5 ticks. And then on the insert, the drawers are filtered, so it should be fine. This is doing its thing, is generating power constantly from the water bottles. And I think we should be good on keeping those in stock. Yeah, the Fluid Transposer is fast enough, so we can turn you on to redstone on. Cool. So we have this one complete now. All we need is the halitosis, the nether star, and the culinary. The culinary we can do with just possibly growing, we could make apples very simply by using cellulose and sucrose, because cellulose we can get from wood and sucrose we can get from sugarcane. And then we could make golden apples. Or we could do Bam's Pineapple Pizza and just grow wheat and craft that into bread. That could also be a thing that we do. That will be super simple, I think. But yeah, I think that is going to have to be it for today. So I want to thank you all so much for watching. I'm really hoping you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, make sure to hit the like button. You can also subscribe to get notified of when new videos go live. And you can support me on Patreon as well if you want. And I will see you all in the next episode. Have a good one. Bye-bye.